Okay, today we're going to learn how to make a digital breakout. So here's an example of a digital breakout I've made. And the first thing you need to think of is your theme. So the theme here is obviously like Santa, Christmas, but maybe yours is going to be like soccer or school or like the movies or an island or somewhere. And I usually write like a little something here, like this one's a poem. There's a bunch of different stuff you can do as your clues. I'm just going to show you a few today. Maybe I'll make another video later of more, but you're going to hide your clues within your actual Google site, which is what this is on. This is the icon for Google Sites, like a blue box. And like, here's one hidden right here, underlined. That's like the simplest way to do it. They solve the clue, they go back to your website and enter their answer in the Google form. There's also like a cipher thing. This is like a texting example, and then they can click on pictures too. I usually like to do 4 clues, totally up to you though. So the first step you're going to do is go to your Google Drive, and you're going to make a folder to keep it all organized because there's a lot of pieces to the breakout. So we're going to make a folder. I'll call this one Breakout Example, but yours can be called like Help Santa or whatever the name of your breakout is. Okay, so in my breakout example folder, I'm going to start making the things I need. So the first thing I need is to start a Google site. So you're going to have to go to More and Google Sites, that blue icon. Okay, and then you're going to name it based on your theme. So let's say mine's like Escape Library or something. So Escape Library example. Again, I wouldn't put example, but I'm just doing that so that I know. Escape the library. And then I'm probably going to write up by clicking this text box a little like intro, like, oh no, you're stuck in the library. And I would write more than that, but that's just an example for now. So next, what you're going to need to do is make where they're actually going to enter their codes. Oh, if you don't know how to change the theme and stuff, that's over here, by the way. You can change how it looks. But we'll play with, and you can put pictures and everything back here, but we can play with that another time. So I'm going to go back and start the actual answer key or the Google form. So again, I'm going to go to New, Google Form. And I'm going to call this the same thing, Escape the Library Answers, I'll say. Okay. And it will change it here too. This is where you'll put all of your questions that they enter the code in. And I'll edit that as we make our questions and show you how to do that. But for now, I'm just going to put my form into the Google site, and it will update as I update the form. So I'm going to do Insert over here, and I'm going to go to From Drive. And then it should be on your like recent, but yeah, mine's not popping up. So I'm going to search it. I called it Escape the Library Answers. Escape Library Answers. All right, there it is. And now I'm going to press this insert down there. And now it's in here. And you can make it bigger too, especially as you get more questions and things. Okay, so then you're going to start to make your clues and link those in. So let's say that the first one I'm going to do is just a word in my beginning paragraph. And again, I'd probably make that longer. So let's say I'm going to bold the word. This paperclip is going to be really important. That's how you're going to insert things. So I'm going to press this paperclip to match my first clue. And now I need to make that. So all of your clues I recommend putting as a Google Doc. So again, in the same folder, press Google Doc. And now I can write my clue. I'm just going to make these really easy for now. But yours can be a lot harder. It can be words. It can be riddles. I'm just going to do a math problem. And I'll try to make it a little bigger. So let's say I have 15 times 2 equals, length. Okay. Now, a really important thing not to forget to do is before you set that link in there, you need to make it public. So press the share button, advanced, see how it's private, change, click that middle one. Anyone at Lindbergh Schools can view it now, save. And now that it's highlighted, I can copy it. So I can right click and copy, or I can press Control C. If you don't do that, that's when a lot of kids come to me and say, we can't get into the clue or whatever. So you need to make sure it's public. All right, now I can go back and paste that in. So Control V, paste, or you can right click and press paste as well. Now I'll press apply, and now it's in there. When they click on that word, they're taken to this first clue. So now that I have the first clue made, I need to have the first answer made. So I'm going to go to the Google form, which I have up. I'm going to change it to a short answer. And my question was 15 times 2 for clue 1. So you can do just like I usually just do first 2 digits if it's numbers. If you think it's hard to find, that one I think is pretty easy to find, but if you think it's hard, you can press description and do a hint like it's hidden in the picture. It's a bold word, but I mean, I think this one's pretty easy, so I don't really need the hint. But then I'm going to put what the answer is. So number, and instead of is number, I want you to press equal to. And then you're going to type in the answer. So in this case, 30. You do want to put an error text. Don't put the answer because then it will show them. You just put like try again or keep going or something like that. I'm going to mark it required. And then again, just make sure on these 3 dots, both of these were checked, the response validation and the description. This response is how they see if they got the answer correct or not. And I'll show you that now. So now that it's updated and saved, I'm going to show you what it looks like live. So if I press publish, even though I'm not done, I can still edit it. And if I view that now, this is what it's going to look like for them when they press stuck. They read the clue and they know it's 30. When they type it in, it's 12. And try again. So they got it wrong. Then when they get it right, they'll be able to go on to the next question. Okay? Another pretty easy way to hide a clue would be just to insert a picture. So over here on your Google site where it says insert, you can insert an image. You can upload from your computer or Google search it. So let's say I just want like a book or something. I'm going to go to search, a book, and that one works for me. All right, you can move these around too, like I can put it next to the form if I want. And then I'm going to insert a link to connect with this picture. So see the paperclip? Press that again, and now I need to make another clue. So back to my clue. Again, I'm going to make this really easy, but usually it would be a little bit hard. I went ahead and made this clue, and I already made it public, but don't forget to press that share every time, advanced, make it public, save. And now I have this link that I'm ready to paste. Control C to copy, go back to your site, and now paste it into that paperclip. Paste. Okay, so again, when they click on this picture, they will be taken to the clue. Now I need to make sure they have a spot to answer. So I'm back to my form. It's a lot of back and forth. I'm going to press the plus sign for another question. This one's just a 1-digit answer, so I'm going to say next digit. And again, if you thought it was hard, you could say hint, it's in the picture or something like that. I need to do a short answer, required, and I need to press both those boxes of description and response validation. Description is where you can do your hint. So hint in the picture. All right, so my number is equal to 7. Maybe I'll do this time like remember, it's prime. Sometimes you guys maybe have seen on my breakouts, like I'll say no comma or something like that if it was a long number, or no decimal point, just to give them a hint if they're stuck. Okay, so now we have 2 clues done. I'm going to show you kind of a more complicated clue now. So I'm back in my folder. I'm going to press new and drawing, Google Drawing. So this is where you can like hide a link. So I'm going to title my drawing. I'll do hidden clue. And I usually like to start with an image. So I'm going to do insert image, and I'm going to search the web for one. So I think I'm just going to search a library. Let's see. This one looks. And I need to press this insert, which is kind of cut off, but you can see it. Okay, so this one's in here. So now I need to hide a clue. So if they click on the whole picture, it's not going to work. They have to click on my specific hidden spot. So to do that, I need to press this shape button over here and get a square. And I'm going to draw it over my little spot that I want them to click on. So I think I'm going to do it over the person, and then I can give them that clue if they're stuck. See how it's blue? We don't want it to be. We want it to be hidden. So I'm going to go up here to the fill color and turn it to transparent. I'm going to turn my border color to transparent too. So now when I click off of this picture, you can see it's hidden. But I remember it was on my person. But now, of course, it needs to link to something. So I need to make another clue. All right, so Google Docs are for my clues, remember? This one's going to go with the hidden clue. Again, really easy clue. Make yours harder. Don't forget to share. Advanced. You'll get fast at this. Save. All right, Control C to copy. And now I need to paste it on my hidden box. So this is where it gets tricky. Do not paste it inside like you're typing. That's how a lot of people think to do it. No, press on like the border. And when I press on there, now I'm going to press the paper clip up here. So there should be no text. If you see text, you've done something wrong. And then Control V, apply, and now it's linked to that square, but it's hidden. They have to click in that spot or it won't work. All right, you also need to make this public. So see over here, everything needs to be public basically. Public. All right, now instead of copy and pasting this link in my Google site, I'm going to press Insert from Drive, and I'm going to just insert it. So I called it Hidden Clue. And it's this one. The drawing symbol is like a red square, so it's this one. Insert, or you can double click, and now that hidden clue is there. Don't forget to make a spot for that in your Google form. So in this case, the answer was 2 digits, so I'm going to say next 2 digits. This time I think you should give a hint. So I'm doing short answer. I need to do both those boxes checked. I would do hint, the big library, so they know where to look. And then here, when I do my equal to, the answer was 48. If they're still not getting it, I'm going to put click on the person so that they kind of know where to click. Or you can do that as your hint too. That's up to you. Let's say you're done with all your clues. I personally would probably add at least 1 or 2 more questions in here and clues that match. But let's say I'm done. They know they've unlocked. So you're going to press on your last question. And over here, these 2 lines where it says add section. Click that. And this is where you're going to just put like the answer. So I would say, like I usually say this code to the teacher, or say this code to, and say your name. I'll say Mrs. Schneider for now. And you're going to do a code. So like maybe mine will be book fair or something. And that's what code they're going to say so that they proved they got out. So then when you're all done, you're going to go back to your site, make sure everything's linked. I usually test it out. So first I'm going to refresh so that my form refreshes over there. And see that all my questions are on there, or maybe make it bigger or rearrange. Okay, so everything's on there. And now I'm going to see what it actually looks like. So I'm going to press publish. And then you're going to press this arrow and view published site. This link on top is what you will give someone. You'll email to them so they can take your actual breakout. And then you can test it out and make sure everything's unlocked. I usually have a friend test it out, make sure all the docs are unlocked and shared. You can see here, like on this hidden one, if they try to click on that picture, it's not going to work. They have to click on your hidden spots. So in this case, we made it the person to get to that. And then they type in these answers. And once they do all of that, they will get your secret word. Okay, so I entered all the answers. I press next, and it gives me this code. Say this code, book fair. And I'm done. So that's how you make a breakout. There's a lot of other cool stuff you can add. And you can even search online clues to put into a breakout and add in those text messages, ciphers, all kinds of different stuff. You can really get creative, but those are the basics of linking everything in. All right, good luck.